to Mind. I think it was Mind, wasn't it? It's in one of my videos anyway. You know, because I couldn't seriously have taken the money about talking about mental health. You know, so it went to a charity. It may have only been 50, 60 quid.
Right. Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? That's what I made. Didn't take any money for myself. You know, I gave it to the charity that helped people.
Yeah, of course.
She won't give a percentage of any of that away.
No, that's not the point. I mean, the thing is I just feel bad for all, because I know how I felt when I got suckered by her. And I found out that this was all planned with her and Alex and her and Pearl and all of them, you know? And I just tried to stay away from all of them and, you know, support Jamie Youngblood. I like Rossi, you know, Jack, a couple things, but no matter where I went, there was something. I even tried to help Tessa, and look what happened with that mess.
Yeah.
So I'm done. And I just gotta.
It's the son comment, Corey, not the daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, Corey saying sorry.
So, anyways, I just I've just realized that it's just not worth it. People don't have the same. When it comes to money, you know, they have different views and different values, and you just can't figure out anymore, you know. But I do know my morals, and I know that I don't care what I would win or what I would lose. You know, I would have to stand up for what I truly believe in, and I'm not saying that I'm important, but my memory is.
Your memory is, of course.
My memory for my kid is. Yeah. And I would think anybody would be outraged, you know. But I can't expect them to feel that it's important to them. But don't you dare cry on this app when something hits you so hard. Don't you dare, because you have no clue. No clue. But you listen, we're not victims. And you can't survive something like that. What happens is you exist. So you try to find things. It's very hard to be one-on-one with people and have friendships because they constantly bring up shit that, you know, and you feel bad saying, please, I don't want to talk about it right now. Or, you know, you really have a hard time. So, you know, TikTok was the best thing because you can go in, have fun, have a good time, support people, and then you leave. You know, you don't have to get close to these people. You really don't. But then, you know, something gets brought up, whatever, it came out because somebody did a reading, you know, all of this. But there was no reason. I supported Angie. I never said a word about her. Sheryl, you and I both left for 3 weeks. So we wouldn't have to go through this.
She didn't get rid of us. We won't.
Never said a word, but she did to me what she did to everyone else. Oh, trying to get a platform. I never tried to get a platform, but she knew she couldn't get to me. But she went that low. And I'm going to tell you something. Rickster got a nice talking to, and so did Talia. Yeah. And they both left. Because you know what? If I've got to pull my weight to let these people know, and I did it because of how they were hurting Sophie, not because of me. I did it, what I had to do for Sophie. Because I got tired of hearing Cokie Bailey. You know, I mean, enough is enough. You know, I don't believe in violence. I really don't. I hated what they did to Corey. I hated what they did to EQ. I hated it. But just because I hated what they did, that doesn't mean I support EQ. I think what she did today was vile, but I don't think anybody should be shocked because that's what she does. And to see Angie's views on it, come on, guys. You know, and to say, oh, you know, she has issues. She's had the same issues since I've known her now for over a year and a half.
She's had a bloody good life. Stop about the issues, you know what I mean? She hasn't got bloody issues. She pretends to be drunk half the time. We all know this.
Yeah, well, listen, it is what it is. You know, I don't expect people to think that my son is their you know, that it should be special to them, because that's not what I'm saying. It's every parent here that has lost a child. I'm not, listen, I've lost parents, I've lost grandparents,
Yeah.
And even though you know when they age, it's the next thing to go, and it still hurts like fucking hell. It
Yeah.
really does. And I haven't gotten over the loss of my brother because that
No.
hurt so bad. But it's different when you hate this person. You know, it's different that you gave this person life.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to bury them. You're
No,
not.
they're supposed to, yeah.
It happens, and I'm okay with it, but I'm not going to allow some fucking drunk rip it apart. That's not right.
No.
Not right. And to see creators jump all over her, and oh, poor Angie, you know. And I wouldn't mind if she thought it was bad, but she didn't.
When I wouldn't even put it past EQ and Angie to have made this whole thing.
So what? So Angie was less evil today. She was the lesser of the two evils. So she gets a prize for that.
Well, no, because then
wrong with
Corey
that?
remembers leaving. You know, Corey did leave the live, but as soon as DJ said to her, "What about all the other people that have lost?" And she, "I don't care about other people."
Hey, honey, how are you?
There she is.
Yeah.
Angie popped out for a little minute there.
Listen, I am nobody special. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that you do not give people for being just as nasty and vile.
No. And if you want to get money,
you don't do that. That's like two kids fighting. They both slapped each other, but one of them slapped the other one a little tad bit harder. So let's feel sorry for the one that got hit a little harder. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Where does this make sense in the world? And then they wonder why UK has the worst history on TikTok for being violent, nasty, and filled with drama. I'm on it because there's a few people that I really, and you know you're one of them, that help me. You know, I have something to unravel at night, and I pay for it. I don't want anything for free, and I pay for it because I do appreciate it, and I know that they need it, you know? They really do need it. But I'm not gonna sit there and be considered, oh, well, you know, she can't make me money. There's no reason to stand up for anybody that's not a creator on here. I think that's horrible. And to go after supporters and gifters, you're not going to have anybody in the end. You know, it's a shitty feeling to get kicked in the teeth constantly. It's a shitty feeling, so.
Yeah, exactly, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you, Catfish, honey. Thank you.
You know,
I'm sorry, guys. It's not that I'm ignoring anybody. It's that I don't want to get emotional looking at the comments. I do appreciate everybody. You know, I do. I appreciate everybody. Sophie is lovely. She's beautiful. And I'll always be here for her anytime that she needs me. But I just can't. I can't be the one that's responsible for her going through this shit. And they got exactly what they wanted. Once again. You know, they did it to Birdman, they did it to Angie, and now they're doing it to Sophie.
Yeah.
And I'm just done with it. And until they stop it.
The people that have done this.
And like I said, if they're going to do a blackout, Sheryl, they better do it to both of them.
You know, the people that are doing this behind the scenes, people don't know a lot what's going on. You know, and I will never, ever tell what I know. But the people that are behind these scenes, and they know who they are, that have been more outraged than us about Angie, that have left Angie and are now having her back. Just be careful, guys. Is all
you know what, though? You know what, Sheryl? But what probably struck me the most is here I get someone that cared enough about me to write to me and tell me that it was Top Girl and Angie. For a whole week, they've been planning this on me. Nobody even, you know what I mean? Didn't even care about it.
But they were played by Top Girl.
It's right there. It's right there in black and white that you could see that this creator is targeting someone that is kind and considerate and tries to help, and still, and Top Girl has said the worst to me. The worst to me. Still, I push everything aside because I think me supporting people is more important, than my feelings. But then you cannot target my kid.
No, see it.
You just can't target my kid.
It's not fair. It's not right. It's just, it really gets to me. I hate
it's
this.
Just his memory. It's all I fucking have left. And for her to just take the piss out of it like it's nothing, the shit that comes out of her mouth. It's like nothing. And you know what she'll say? Oh, well, if this targets you, then you should get off the app. You know what? She's right. She's right. Because it's not worth it anymore, Sheryl. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
There are so many people, Rosie, that, and I'm one of them. I am your biggest. You know what I mean? I'm your biggest supporter.
Sheryl, you'll always be a part of my life. You'll always be a part of my life. I just can't do this anymore.
I know. You've been there for me for 2 years. Just leave it.
Fucking third time. Whether they can fucking just lay off of me.
Youngblood, can you just pop in a minute, sweetheart? Because let me just get Youngblood in, see if he'll pop in and have a word with you. You've helped so many people, and this is what I want you to see more than anything, my lovely. Yeah?
Zia,
Hey, Jamie.
this is really sad to hear you like this. And what's going on?
Do you want me to explain, Zia?
No, it's all right. You know what, Jamie? I always stand by the people that I really care about. But when they start getting targeted because, they don't want me to support them or they have some kind of jealousy or whatever, I don't mind. I take it. But when they have to go that low and start on my the memory of my son, and then, other creators just, they'll just let it go because they're not going to make any money off of it. And they just allow these people to tear, other people apart. But I'm not saying just me because I'm a supporter. They've done it to a lot of people on here.
Yeah.
A lot of people on here. And it just bothered me that much that Angie, I don't know if you know the whole situation, but, between her and Evil Queen, Angie was the less of two evils today. And because Evil Queen, people hate her so much, they decided to get under her skin and support Angie. Angie wasn't even upset about that disgusting video. But this is what happened a year ago with her. She did the same thing, and she had something planned with another creator and had everybody believing that she was getting bullied. And I, pushed her all the way, not just me alone, but I made sure that she got up there. And then halfway through, I was told by the other side that this was just, that they were just playing me and all the other people that they were supporting. They were doing like, who's going to win, Angie or Alex? Do you understand? And they were playing all these people. And I said, you know what? That really didn't sit with me. But I let it go. I stopped gifting on a Wednesday. And she ended up number 2. But I just stopped. And it was a couple weeks later when this happened about Rickster. And she was going to say that Rickster actually, spiked her drink. And Rickster hated me. He came down on me. Sheryl, is that not true? Mm-hmm. He ripped me apart. And I said, you know what? I don't care. I can't let that happen. You can't let somebody go down, for not doing what she said. That can ruin somebody's life. This other shit was TikTok. I didn't care. So I ended up walking away that night. And that was the end of it. For 3 weeks, I stayed away. But I missed everybody. This is I work so fucking hard. I don't have time for a a personal life, and this fits me. This actually fits. Well, it keeps me busy and my mind busy, and I can be okay with it. But then after a while, hun, I'm told so much stuff. I keep everything to my chest. I don't let anybody get to me. And you know how much I care about Sophie and I care about you. And I try to do my best. But when it starts affecting the creator, this is how I feel. I can't do that. It's counterproductive. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
And then with her coming out with the stuff she's saying about the memory of my son.
Yeah.
Because she knows that's the only thing she can get on me, is vile and disgusting. But when you don't have other creators and they just allow her to say whatever she wants to say and not say anything, I mean, I'm shocked about Dave Duran. And I'm upset about Corey too. Because they just allow her to say whatever she wants to say. But if it's another creator, oh my God, you can't talk about their kids, and they cut them right off. But when it's somebody else, you just don't get the same, morals. It's just money. It is money over morals, and I know that better than anyone. But I try to help the people that really genuinely do need it. And I just can't be in this drama. Everybody knows that about me. I can't do it. I try, but I can't. I just can't anymore.
No, I'm really sorry that you feel this way. This is actually really sad. And I think the best thing, really, the only thing that I can say really is just try your best to ignore it. And sticks and stones, them memories that you've got of your son will never go. So it doesn't matter what anybody says. Those memories are in your head and they'll be with you forever. And
you're always going to be a mother. I don't care what Andrea said about you. You'll always be.
2 years is a long time, Jamie.
Yeah.
2 years is a long time. This is the third time it's happened. And, I care too much about Sophie. And, and everyone will tell you, you see how come I just pop in and then I leave? Because I don't want to give anybody the chance to ruin that relationship. The thing with Sophie is she really did need, a lot. She never had the guidance and the love. You know how much I care about her.
Yeah.
But this is what happens. I get comfortable in there, and then and then people start, and then they're jealous of her, and they'll try to get rid of anybody that's in her life, and they'll always target me. They always have. I've always let it roll off my back. I don't care. But what I'm saying is that when anybody else's child is being discussed, the whole world ends in TikTok. If you're not a creator and you're just a regular old person, they'll allow anybody to tear anybody else apart. And my morals can't go that way. We're not, we're just not like that. You stand what's right for everybody. You stand what's right for everyone. You just can't pick and choose, but it all goes back to morals, money over morals. And I'm having a hard time supporting. I really am, because they're taking every ounce of me. They're just taking it out of me. And I feel bad. But I just don't want to, I just don't want to go through this anymore.
Yeah, no, I get that. Nobody would want to go through it.
Right. Now, like I'm saying, hon, like you say your two girls were fighting, right? And they were both fighting. But one hurt the other one a little bit more. So what do? You reward the one that got hit harder? No. They both get spoken to.
Yeah.
But you don't reward the other one. And this is what I'm saying. Between those two, they're so evil. And they're conning everybody, they're manipulating, and after a while you just can't take it anymore. I've been through it, and I feel sorry for these people, because when they come to that realization, they're going to understand too. And then they go, oh, it's just an app. No, it's not an app when they target your personal life, when they target a memory that you have. Exactly. And I have let it roll off my back for 2 years. But this time, and now they're hurting Sophie. I mean, they block her every single night. Every night that girl gets banned 2 and 3 times. She has to raise 3 kids. You think that's fair?
No.
To be targeted that way? That's not right.
Oh, bless you.
I know,
It's
but
not right.
you know, Zia, you have made so many good friends on here. You know, so many people love you, and it's not because of your gifting badge. I've known you, woman, for 2 years on here, and me and you have spoke on and off this app. You know, I've never had any money, don't want no money. I'm quite happy with the way I am. And I don't, you know, and I've always said to you, do not gift me. I do not need it. You know, I do think with this app, it's a bit, everybody hates everybody, then they all suddenly love each other, you know, and everything's been forgotten about. And I think if everybody is outraged by what's happened today, then instead of throwing money at people that have said the worst of the worst, give it to a charity. You know, there's so many charities crying out for money.
See, I don't know what's gone on because, you know, I've been at work.
Yeah, stay away from the FYP is what I'll say to you, sweetheart.
I've never been involved in any form of drama, and I never will be involved. I just, you know, I saw that Zia was upset, so I just wanted to comfort. And then obviously you asked me to come in the box, and I couldn't say no because I'm used to hearing Zia, like, you know, being
I just want Zia to know what people think of her.
Well, I know what they do, honey.
I know you do, but I think it's sometimes nice to hear it, my lovely.
But Jamie and I, you know, he knows exactly what I try to do on here. He knows that. And I've also confided in him on how I feel about respect. And he knows this isn't the only instance that's been going on. And, you know, it's disheartening when you find out that, you know, people were just using you. And, you know, it's just hard. It's fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. You know, and here, the ones that you thought that you were doing good for, you know, and I'm not talking about Sophie, please don't make this about Sophie. It's not. And,
she actually sent me over.
After a while, it's very hard to see through the good ones, you know? And I try to fucking help everybody and answer everybody's damn, I shouldn't say damn, but I answered their DMs. I had one person that was so close to death. I mean, minutes away. And I stayed up hours trying to figure out how I can help from being across the pond, you know? Thinking I was going to be the last person that she was going to talk to, and then you know, and it's just too much. It's just too much now, and just not to have somebody say, "Listen, it's not right speaking about somebody's child. It's not right."
And a lot of people don't understand what you actually do off this app. You know, you answer every message.
Oh, she answers me.
You do it.
She answers me every day.
I don't know how you do it, but there's loads of other people. You know, I'm terrible at texting people. I'm awful. You know,
I always take the time.
Every message.
Even when I'm at work, I'll just say, "Listen, could I get back to you?" You know, it's very important. I know that, but I just, you got to give me a few minutes and I'll make time. I'll do whatever I can. You know?
No, you do.
I'll do whatever I can.
You've been there for me a lot, Zia.
No, Levi, you know, you drive me crazy.
I know.
You know?
I do. I'm coming over as well because Sophie's asking if you're okay as well.
Yeah, tell Sophie I'm fine, honey.
I'll tell her
not to worry about me. I'm all
Tell her
right.
we love her.
All right, I'm going to drop down, but I love you, Zia, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Stay out my DMs,
I love
okay?
you too, honey.
Love you, Zia. Bye.
Yeah, but I'm gonna jump down as well.
Okay,
But
thanks, honey. Don't worry about me, hon, please.
keep your head up, okay?
Yes,
You know where I am.
Yes, I do, sweetheart. Thank you, honey. Love you.
You're welcome. All right, big love to you.
Bye,
big love, Sheryl.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Everybody in the comments, I want to just say thank you. I try not to read them because I don't want to get
They're all lovely.
emotional, but I'm not ignoring anyone. Please,
They're all
I just
lovely,
thank
Via.
Sheryl for allowing me to just, get it out. Enough is fucking enough now. I just can't, I just think it's just so fucking ridiculous. I just, now it's hit home. Before it's like, you know what? It's a nap, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But you're hitting somebody's personal heart.
Yeah.
And I've not done that to anybody on this app. Not anybody.
No.
Anybody like that.
You've helped me. I don't think you realise how much you've helped me. How you've,
Honey, I love you. Honey.
Yes, I've moved on. I've got a new home. I just had my hair cut the other day. I was on the bear ground the other day.
I know you're doing so well.
That's because I've got you as a friend in my life.
Well, you know what, hon? You don't understand, but all you guys help me too.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps my mind busy. My work is so fucking intense. I don't have to worry about it. People don't understand. Everybody grieves differently. I threw myself into a business, and it had to be successful because I put in morning, noon, and night. I didn't trust myself to close my eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get out of bed, I mean, this is not something for people to just be talking about it and using it to weaponize someone.
No.
That's not something to do. Miscarriages and all of this is horrible.
Awful. Absolutely awful because...
And you're talking about two women that haven't experienced it. I don't care. It's a different story to have the child your choice. If that's your choice, then you know what? It's your body. Mm-hmm. And you choose it even though it's emotional. I know what you go through.
And no one can make you do it.
But the point being is that you just can't keep on having, abortion after abortion after abortion. Oh, it's a miscarriage. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And who's to say anything that comes out of their mouths is true? Where's their receipts? They call for receipts for everyone. Where's their receipts for these sob stories that they put on here?
Mm-hmm.
And they want everyone to believe it and stand for it because it's their word, knowing that they're liars.
Yeah.
Knowing that they're liars.
Now, I had a message before, and right now she's pretending that her mother has broken her finger more, even though Angie has taken off the bloody plaster that she's got on her fingers.
And let me tell you something, and even that,
no,
I'm sorry with her mom. I used to stand up for Sheila and say, you know what, you can't do that. But that is a very dysfunctional situation there, and I have no say on it. I really don't anymore because I think they both feed each other. You know what I'm saying? I think they both feed off of each other, and that's their life. That's fine. But do not make a joke out of someone losing their child.
Yeah.
Do not make a joke out of somebody miscarrying. Do not make a joke about things that you have no clue about and could not possibly have felt. I'm sorry. I could say I had 10 of them. Even questioned the death of my son. How sick is that? And that didn't bother me. None of that bothered me. It was the point that everybody was supporting her because she was the less of two evils of that day. I mean, they were rewarding her for being as vicious and nasty as she is. And how would anybody know all of these things and make this movie? As vile as it was, it's because of everything that she's put out there about herself.
Yeah.
So it's an app, remember?
Yeah, and just to remember, even though I don't get on with Talia, just remember that she was doing the clapback song not so long ago. To Bye Bye Baby.
Yeah.
That was
the point.
Bear that in mind, people.
But I didn't listen. The reason why I couldn't stand with Rickster and Talia is because of the way they went about it. Because Talia was very vile and Rickster was very violent. So you had vile and violent, and I don't agree with either one of them. And that's just me. So I have a right to have an opinion just like everyone else. They all have an opinion on me. Because I don't believe in I don't have the same opinion as them. What do? They go into a personal attack.
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with that? That's weakness. That's horrible. I'm not, I don't know how this is going to change for the UK. I don't know what has to be done.
I don't know. I'm at a loss today.
But I have to tell you something. It's really turned into garbage.
I'm ashamed to be English right now. I'm
Oh,
ashamed.
Henry, I'm okay, sweetheart. I'll text you later.
You know what I mean? I'm just
Look at Henry, honey. Look, I mean, from Angie's. I talk to this kid, even if we talk maybe 2 times a month. But he has that, you know what I mean? And Connor's the same way. They'll text me, hey, Zia, how you doing today? Or they'll send me a funny clip or something. That to me is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But I've got these people so far away, and, you know, we actually touch each other's souls, you know what I mean? And you make each other's day. I might be having a down day, they might be having a down day, and I'm there for them, and they're there for me. I mean, so I've gotten so much good out of here. But then when they target somebody, now look at Sophie's been on, she's not banned, I'm not there.
That's no, you could.
No, I'm telling you, that's what it is. If you read the letter, honey, you read the text that was out there,
But when
exactly what they're doing. You know, you could say no, Sheryl, all you want. I'm an intelligent woman.
No, I mean, what I mean is that, no, that's wrong.
Oh,
You
it's
know,
wrong.
that's wrong in so many ways that they're doing that, trying to stop, you know, a
But
friendship.
I can't let that happen.
It won't happen.
It's going to continue to happen with me there. It'll continue. And it's not fair to her.
It isn't fair, you
No.
know, because we all
not fair.
know that she looks at you, she looks up to you as a mother. So that,
I mean, I'll always talk to her on the phone. I'm not going to stop talking with her. I won't come out of her life. I would never do that to her. But I'm just not going to be I just, obviously, I just can't be in somebody's room. I just have to come in, spend money, and leave. That's what these people want, obviously. Not the people that I support, but everybody else. I just can't sit anywhere. I can't be comfortable anywhere. I don't have a right to enjoy this app. If I don't like it, leave. So, just wait until this happens to all of you.
well, listen, they can ban me, they can ban all my accounts here. I've got a life, my lovely.
I know, but she has 3
I know she has
kids.
kids to bring.
Carol, she has 3 kids, hon.
No, sweetheart, I know.
And she has a lot of people supporting her. It's not just me. I can't do that. I can't. People know me. People know how to get to me. And that's just the way it is. Do I like it? No, I don't like it. But I can't have it happen anymore. I'm not going to do it. They can all piss off. I'll think of different ways to support people. I'm not just going to do that.
No.
You know, I'm not going to have people get banned and you know, talked about, and they do it all the time. It's bullying. It's actually bullying. I'm too old to be bullied, but I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money for it to go down the tubes because they ban everybody. But it was okay when I was supporting them, though. Isn't that funny? Even Birdman, he still tries to come up with some stupid bullshit about me when he knows damn well how much he disrespects women. People that have morals can't be on this app. That's for damn sure.
Exactly. It isn't meant for normal people.
It's not.
It really isn't, you know.
It's not.
I've waited the whole day today.
I'll just pop in, do my whatever, and leave. You know? And it's a shame, because like I just can't sit and enjoy anything anymore.
And it is a shame because when you come into Sophie's room, everybody, the minute you come in here, everybody in the comments, people that don't go live, you know, are always, hi Zia, hi, you know, love you Zia. I've seen it.
You know that, honey, but it's
No,
not worth
these
her
are the
losing
people
her
that we need
account
to
every single night. It's not worth it
concentrate
anymore.
on.
It's not. As you see, she's on now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's not worth it. I'm not doing it to her. You or anybody else is not going to convince me.
Well, I don't live by this, you know that this is not my crowd, this was me and Company.
Right. But it's hers, though. It's hers.
It's Sophie's, yes. So to me, you know,
Well, now I know how Miss J felt. You know what I mean? I know how Miss J felt. She was hurting more than helping because, you know, they were going after her constantly in Red's life. Now I get it. Now I get why she, you know what I mean, came down a little bit. Because you get to feel guilty over it. You do.
yeah, no, I'm going,
And I call out when it's wrong, but I also say when it's right.
Miss J was one of them that gifted her today and also rang her.
I know.
So, you know, that's what I'm saying, too.
I know, but, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. That's the way they, you know, I'm not putting them down. They're
I'm not
creators.
putting
They got to
anybody
make their
down.
money. Let them do what they have to do. But it's everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they could say something too. It just wasn't right. And I know that they didn't gift Angie. They gifted against EQ. I don't care what anybody says.
Exactly.
They didn't, because you're not going to tell me that they support her. And if they do, then you know what? Then I'm wrong about every single one of them. Then,
Exactly.
you know.
I would love to get into the minds and ask them why.
Nah, it's not worth it. Listen,
But I
they
don't
just don't
think
have a
they
right
know
to target
why.
my personal, even my personal. I don't give a shit. They have no right to allow people to speak about my child like that and let her get away with it. And now they reward her for all the bullshit and lies and ugly shit that she says. And I tell you, I've lost respect for a lot of people on here.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't a place to have respect because they'll go, oh, you're taking it too serious. But it's okay when somebody's talking about your relative and you're a creator and you're slamming your hands down and screaming and crying. And that's not right just because you're a creator. So it's okay. It's not, you know, it's not just TikTok then. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's not just
awful.
TikTok then, Sheryl.
The app is not good. Masked men have turned up at CLA's home tonight. You see, I have a theory about this. You know, stop giving your bloody address out.
Oh, that we all
Because you
knew
want
that
all
was
the
gonna,
money, and you want everybody to put money in your
yeah,
account.
this is gonna end up very badly for her.
Yeah, you
She's gonna
know,
end
and
up
look, you
sectioned
know,
over this.
CLA can be so funny, but she has also said a lot of awful things on this app.
You know, it cracks me up. Everybody, when I say, you know, you can be canceled. No one can be canceled on here. Let me tell you something. You can cancel yourself
Yeah.
by your actions. So don't say nobody can be canceled on here. Because you can cancel yourself. Because people will turn.
Yeah.
So, you know, God bless her. You know, I hope everybody realizes in the next few days when she does her nasty rants and she attacks me again, you know, and says what she has to say. This time I just don't have to hear it, you know? I just don't have to hear it. And so many people sending me all this shit. I don't want to see it anymore, you know? And then getting questioned. I had a good friend on here that was questioning me.
But you've also got to remember, Tiffany, sweetheart, and Zia taught me this, don't believe everything you see on here. Because when people are falling off the app, they will make up a most ridiculous story going. So how do we know that these two, you know, there are two masked people that are doing this? How do we know that is true? Because CLA is telling us.
It could be true, but she could have put them up to it. You don't understand. Desperate people do desperate things.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at not having enough money for your rent, and they're used to getting money galore on this app, what do you think they're going to do?
Exactly.
You're going to make up drama. And that's
There's somebody banging down my door right now. I'm scared, people.
But you know, it's okay. But don't target.
Exactly.
Things should be off limits.
Yeah, just because somebody
And
does
shouldn't
not
be
make it
rewarded. I mean, I hope they do cancel Evil Queen. I hope everybody does finally get that kind of dark humor off of here. It's not humor. It's just it's disgusting and it's vile.
Mm-hmm.
But Angie's no better.
Mm.
She said some real vile, nasty things.
Yeah.
And like Evil Queen said, oh well, it's AI, so it's educational, so they'll keep it up. She knows this app better than anyone. And one thing I know about Evil Queen, she will not do anything unless she's going to benefit from it. And she did. And she did.
Well,
She was up there right with her.
she made £1,400. She said in the space of 2 hours.
Yeah.
She said it in her own words.
You know? And why would you want... So isn't that good enough? Why do you have to attack people that just don't share the same opinion?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are opinions. These are morals. These are common sense things.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
And I don't go out and start it. It's like, just come at me. Because I'm gifting somebody. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's attack her. We'll get her off.
Well said, Debbie. They both benefited. Of course they did.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they both benefited from it. Absolutely. And that's okay, but in 2 days, she's just going to be going through people again. And they'll go, oh, well, if it's bothering your mental health, get off. Let me tell you something. I've done more good on here than evil. Mm-hmm. So don't just brush me off that way. Because that's not the way it is. I'm fine. But I'd like to see how you handle when they come and attack the memory of your child.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see how well you guys do it. And this is the third time. I'm tired of it. And then you have to attack Sophie's lives. You know how bad that makes me feel? I'm not going to do it.
Sweetheart.
Honey, thank you so much for going on tonight and just letting me get out. I feel 1,000 times better.
Good.
I am going to take a shower and go to bed.
Yeah.
I've had enough. Thanks, everybody, for popping. Oh, my God, Sheryl.
No matter what time it is, if you need me, just text me, you know.
Oh, yeah, I'll be okay. I'm just going to go to sleep. I'm just going to go to bed, hon. Mm-hmm. All right?
All right, darling. I love
Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. And just remember that your morals, that's all you have at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. You know? That's all you got, guys.
You can't take money with you.
Nope. But you're never going to get respect.
No.
Never. And those are things that mean so much more. Trust me when I tell you.
Yeah.
All right, sweetie. I'll talk to you later, honey.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. I love you guys, too. You take care of yourselves. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. I'll talk to you later, sure.
All right, darling. Love you.
All right, night.
Bye.